The soft real estate market has not put a damper on mortgage fraud. In fact, authorities are seeing a sharp increase. Chief investigative reporter Alan Cohn joins us now with what the feds are doing to keep ahead of these thieves. Alan?
Brendan, in the wake of the real estate meltdown, both state and federal regulators adopted tough new measures to stop mortgage fraud. But as with many things where there's a will, apparently there's a way. Just last week, a Clearwater Beach man was found guilty in Tampa federal court of charges connected to mortgage fraud. Christopher Allen Stapleton, along with a mortgage broker and an attorney who both pleaded guilty earlier, were charged with splitting up huge profits from a real estate deal. Tampa real estate attorney Christopher Fernandez worked on the case with federal prosecutors.
Or the lender was granting the loan based on a marked up sales price. Buyer was getting a large amount of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars at closing, and then walking away from the loan.
According to the Wall Street Journal, mortgage fraud is rising with a twist, up 70% in the last year after several years of sharp decline following the collapse of the real estate market. And when it comes to mortgage fraud, Florida leads the nation, behind only California when it comes to the number of reported cases. Almost $147 million worth of fraudulent loans in just the second quarter of this year. The Florida Attorney General's office says right now it has more than 60 active cases under investigation. The problem, experts say, is even though the federal and state government have come up with new regulations designed to combat mortgage fraud, those determined to do it have come up with new and novel ways. And that is the twist, says Sandy Copes of the Florida Attorney General's office.
I think it's just changing, and as different laws and different regulations take place, and as cleanup and enforcement actions shut down one area of the fraud, different fraud emerges.
The government has made it tougher for people to inflate their incomes to qualify for loans. But criminals, Christopher Fernandez says, are always more creative than legislators.
I still think the idea of trying to sell the property for inflated price and hide that inflated price from others, I still think that's occurring regularly.
And in many cases, the real victims here are taxpayers, especially when these fraudulent mortgages are backed by government-sponsored institutions like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And if you know of a case of mortgage fraud or anything that needs to be investigated, email me at investigations@abcactionnews.com. Linda?
Thank you, Alan. In our Democracy 2010 coverage tonight, the race is set.